Hey guys, welcome to the vault. We are back with Monday morning crits. We have Jon from InkPark in the house today. We're going to be talking some Clink Room. So, Pierre, take it away.
Well, first, I want to thank Jon for helping put together the visuals and keeping us organized with Monday morning crits. So, especially since the evolution and movement from Tuesday morning to Monday morning, which was also your idea, I just really wanted to thank you for that because it's made a huge difference, and I feel like the viewers feel more connected to the experience now that we're doing it at the same time and coinciding with Clink Room's Monday morning crits. So, Jon, again, I want to thank you on behalf of all of us for keeping us organized here.
No worries, man.
But I think the best place to start is kind of defining something for everybody. So I would say, it's important to remember what an opinion is. Because I don't know, last week was just odd. I mean, a lot of people worried about what we're thinking. Listen, an opinion is a viewer judgment formed about something, not necessarily based on fact or knowledge. Basically, it's whatever the fuck I feel. It's whatever the fuck Andre feels. It's whatever the fuck Leon feels. And if you don't like it, don't watch. That's my advice to all of you out there. So again, opinion, I'm going to just cross out that definition. The real definition is it's whatever the fuck I think. So with that, let's get started here, fellas.
All right,
let's do it.
All right. I haven't looked at any of these yet.
I have.
Okay. All right. So we're going to, in customary fashion, right? We're going to do, and it's good because I can see Andre's leaning in there because he hasn't seen them yet either. So in customary fashion, we're going to do the good, the bag, and the ugly. The ugly, again, is stuff that, hey, listen, you need to go back to the drawing board. We're just not feeling it. The good is the stuff that, yeah, we like this. It maybe needs a few tweaks. And the bag is bag it up, man. Send that thing to production. We want to buy 10 of them. So with that, I think I'm going to start with because Leon looks frisky as hell today, just like he's got a little carryover from yesterday. So we're going to start with Leon. Leon, as you take this in, how about we start with the ugly?
okay. So there's okay. So this guy is now the number one seller in Clink Room. So congratulations on that. So. But I'm gonna pick on Clever Girls. This is something that I've kind of seen before, and I don't know how I feel about it. I know he sells really well. He does. I wish him much success in his future endeavors, but this is something I've seen before, so I'm gonna pick on Clever Girls.
And Leon, so like this is something. I think, have I seen like the Raptors do this before or something like
no.
But you've seen this kind of
style. I don't have a problem with this logo.
I was just curious like what it is exactly, but hey, if you've seen it before, then
no. Clever Girls is because the velociraptors from Jurassic Park were smart female velociraptors.
Yeah, but
didn't they call them Clever Girls?
Well, the one guy did. So he was hunting the one, and she ended up getting behind him, and he's like, "Clever girl," and took him out. So that's where the whole thing comes from. But no, I kind of I think I know where Leon's coming from, where it's like the dinosaur looking through something, in a sense, right? It's kind of we've seen that kind of design before. The design itself, I don't think is bad, but I think what you're trying to say is you've just seen it before, right?
Yeah.
That's I respect that.
All right. Let's move on to Dre. What do you got here, man?
I think burger.
Yeah,
I get it, but I don't know. For me, it just doesn't. Maybe make it a little bit more defined. Maybe somehow figure out how to make the bee part of the bite or something, like the bubble of the bee, but it kind of doesn't really look like a bee as much as I feel like it should. I don't know. I feel like that one just kind of missed the mark.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one, Andre, for sure. There's something that, and it's one of those things where you're just trying to cram two things into one.
Right.
Sometimes you just need to kind of take a step back and go, is it really going to work?
Right. Because my thing is like, it has two patties. So why not just make one patty fat and then make the bun, you know, kind of symmetrical, or, you know, make the rounding of the line make sense. And then maybe the top, figure out how to misplace the bun a little bit. I don't know. I just feel like they could have made the bee a little bit better. I don't know.
I agree. I think it's too forced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's like we're gonna make this bee out of a burger. Like it just feels like it's too forced.
Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly how to put it.
John, how about you? What's your ugly?
I kind of agree with Andre there. I was kind of looking through all these different ones, and you know, I agree with Leon. Leon has a good point about, you know, it's a familiar design. We've seen it before. You know, the raptor kind of looking through, or like maybe the claw coming through. You know, it's kind of something we've seen before. But the burger is just so forced. I feel like it's one of those designs where you're trying to do something, and then you, like Andre said, you gotta kind of mess with it. You know, sometimes when someone asks me to do this kind of design, I literally might have a whole page of different bees and different things trying to see what works. And sometimes I just go, hey, it doesn't work.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. My ugly's deep fryers.
I felt that.
I can see that.
You know what? It brings it. No. It brings up now.
What is it? Is it the color? Well, the white under is a little bit different. I actually don't mind the hat color. I think that's kind of cool.
Well, it's San Diego Padres colors, right? With a white under. I don't know. I'm just not feeling that, man. I don't know. It brings up an interesting question. Like, I wonder if some of these folks are coming up with a name first, and then the art, or the art, and then, you know, this one is where it feels like the name was created first, and then let's make some art around it.
What would you change on it?
I listen, honestly, I don't like the concept.
Okay.
So it's not even, I don't even have constructive feedback other than I just don't like the concept.
I wish he had legs.
Or you don't like
always weird about floating things.
Torso?
Yeah.
Hard to pull off.
Well, not really. I feel like
they lose so much detail.
They could make him.
Yeah.
They could make him more simplified and smaller, but then make the burger and the fries more exaggerated in size. You know what I mean? I feel like if you made him more like the Padres fryer, like that size, how he's not as detailed, but he's smaller. But then just make the burger a little bigger and the fries a little bigger to kind of overcompensate for the space, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, I just don't feel the concept.
I feel that.
That will be interesting to see.
That's not a lot of shit going on there, man. You gotta have French fries in there. You got like the hamburger has sesame seeds and shit on it. Like, how do you pull that off with like something the size of a quarter?
So this is where, as a designer, maybe he did come up with the name deep fryers. Okay. So maybe
he had to have. That had to have been the first thing, right?
Right. So maybe it's a French fry, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then, but he's trying to throw the fryer in there. So do you use the fryer or the fryer, right? So it's one of those things where, again, maybe doing too much. Like Andre said, maybe you do your interpretation of a fry swinging the little, the fry holder?
Yeah.
For the frying, you know what I mean? Maybe he's swinging that and the grease flying off, and it's a French fry.
I mean, listen, like I can't really be sure, but I think he had an idea to do something with a fryer, and then said deep fryer, and then that's what I think. But I could be wrong. But that's still for me the one that I'm just not feeling. All right, so let's move on to the good. So the ones that we like, but maybe could use some tweaks or some touching up. So, Leon, would you like to go first again? Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
And Leon, that's a sign of trust when I'm doing that.
All right.
because you're able to quickly kind of get to the meat of it. So
Yeah. I think for me, my good and my bag is pretty much the same, interchangeable. So I'm gonna say one of them first, and then the other one would be pretty much the same. But I like the Catalina Bison. It looks like Clinker Lane is collaborating with a lot of the different clinkers. I think he's worked with Aurelian in the past, and now he's worked his way over to Jacobo, which is pretty cool. I think they did a cool job. It's a fun little hat. I'm not sure about the two-tone with like that aqua and purple. So that's kind of why I'm gonna put it in the good category. I do like the logo; it's fun. Bison's on vacation, kind of hanging out. But I'm just not quite feeling the color choices on the hats. So maybe play with it a little bit. But it's a fun little hat. It's really cool. Concept's fun. Nicely designed hat there by Lane and Jacobo.
yeah, I like the colors on it.
I do too.
They're fun. Yeah.
Leon's not a fan of the pastels though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. But this would be one I would like to see it in this color, but then maybe Hat Club do a different color.
Yeah, it might be better in real life too. So that's just me like really cutting it down and trying to find something. I think it's a great hat.
Oh, what was it? Did you say a second one too, Leon, or no?
I'll just save that for the bag.
Okay. All right. So that's one that you're all right. Andre, what do you got?
I'm actually at the same one. I actually do like the colors a lot too. I feel like it takes a risk, and I know I like risks. So I don't know. Overall, I think this hat looks complete. I think it's a dope colorway. I like just the contrast and different colors too. It pops out a lot. I would buy that shit. I hope it makes it because I'll buy that shit.
Yeah, I like it. I do too. John, what do you got?
I actually really like the sloths. The only thing I don't like is the color of the hat. I don't know about that tan. I think if it was all tan and then had the green and green, I think that would be cool, the little swatchy. But I think it's one of those ones where if Casey does it right, the embroidery is going to be amazing on the sloth, right? Because it's kind of a blank canvas. I think it would be, actually, I think this one will come out really cool. It's so simple. It's kind of like sidekicks. Remember the friends or whatever?
Yeah. A rhino with a little bird on his back.
Right. Looking at it, you're like, well, I don't know. But then when the embroidery came out, you're like, oh, dude, that's fire.
Well, he's also hanging from a baseball bat,
which is really cool too, right? It's like a branch. Yeah, I like that one, man. I think that one will probably embroider very cleanly. And it's nice to see some different animals up there. Like, I like different animals. So I like that one, man. I would just change the color of the bill. I think that's throwing it off for me. Yeah. And maybe some of the colors in the actual character. Now I know why he did like the gray, but I mean he could have went some with like light tans for the sloth, maybe some darker tans to kind of match. But yeah, I like that one, man. I think it'll be cool.
All right, so I've got two for my good, and it's going to be Double Down Dogs and Hatnado. So Hatnado, I just have a question for you, John. Like, I didn't think they could do different color eyelets. I thought that's what Casey said.
I don't know. I did it anyway.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, so I don't think that'll go. That part they don't do, I don't think. Remember, Leon, he said they don't do different color eyelets?
No, I think they do. They just can't make individual color eyelets. So So I think was it Sneaky Joe? He had black eyelets. And
he did it for that. He did it for that. He when we were doing Clink Vision, he said no changing of eyelid colors.
Yeah, I don't know. I and this was all chrome, like, so I wanted it to be like a shiny tornado.
Gotcha. The only thing I would want done differently on this one, I think, is the hat color.
Okay.
The hat on the Hatnado.
Oh, okay. What would you do?
Just something different.
Like a white?
Do
you not like do you not like the panel or the under?
What I don't like is the hat on the Hatnado being the same color as the Hatnado.
You want it to pop.
I want the
Got
pop.
to.
I want the hat to
No, that
pop.
makes sense. No, I like that. I like that.
And double down. Go ahead. Sorry, John. Go ahead.
I think white would probably pop, and maybe a different underbrim would be kind of dope too.
Yeah, that's the only thing I would change about it, though. Other than that, I love that. I like the design.
Thanks,
Double
man.
down dogs. My thing is, I just get rid of that goddamn black under.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Don't do
Flip it.
any more custom hats with black unders.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Dude, that
It's-
one's a
it-
clean design too, man.
It is.
It's
It's
super
okay.
nice. It's super nice,
Yeah.
but I will not buy it with that black under. I can't do it anymore, man. I don't understand why we do custom hats with black unders.
Two gray
Yeah,
under,
save that.
two-tone
Save
red.
that for the MILB on field. You know what I mean?
Save it for MLB on fields and yeah, exactly. Don't put on custom hats. You can do cool stuff with that, man. Make the thing put something that differentiates the hat.
I'd put
Right.
a red under just because it matches with what's going on.
I'd
Yeah.
go red over, gray under.
Yeah,
There you go.
that would be great
Yeah.
too.
That would be dope too. Yeah.
That'd be great too. Just get rid of those black unders. And I don't think I'm alone in this. I'm sure there's some numbers that suggest that the black under sells less.
Well,
There's
you see
gotta
Hat
be.
Club just remake them. With,
Yeah.
with the black
And I know-
unders right away. They just
You know, the only time I liked the black under, honestly, was on
the Frenchies.
the Frenchies where it had a pink over and a black under. It was
That
almost like
different.
yeah, it felt weird, but good in a good way.
Mhm.
That made sense though.
Yeah,
That-
it was.
That was Hat Club's first reissue. Like they just
Yeah.
flipped it.
that's not
Yep.
really like a black, like that's a black under, but that's like intentional.
Yeah,
like-
with a purpose to it.
Yeah, it's like a black under that's like when you didn't have to do that is like offensive. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like you chose to do that.
Yeah, listen. I'm just sick of hearing people say, you can't see the undervisor anyway. I know every undervisor color you're wearing. Leon's got neon green, John's got that freshwater blue. You've got gray, and you guys all know what color I have. It's like a tan. Like you can see the
you can
undervisor can either add to the hat or do nothing. You know, I mean, like, so what do you want to do with it? But
Well,
all right, go
like
ahead.
on that one too. What happens too is Casey once it gets into Casey's hand, he may change it as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
We noticed
yeah.
a lot of people complain because
yeah,
the-
this
the-
is a
the
great
colors
logo.
change.
Like I really like this logo.
I do too. I like it. All right. So John, what's your good? You already went, right, with your good?
Yeah, we're back now. We're to bag it.
All right. Bag it up, Leon. Bag it up. Which one?
So
Leon. Let's hold on.
that was my bag, but now I mentioned the black under.
Stinking. There he is.
Was I freezing? Was
Yeah,
I
you're
freezing?
good.
Sorry.
You're good now.
Yeah. So originally I was gonna have double down as my bag, but you brought up a good point with flipping the under with the over. So I'm gonna pick Roma style. That's pretty cool. Get like the New York style pizza. You got the thumbs up for when the gladiators used to battle in the Coliseum. I think it's a fun little hat. I usually don't like food hats, but this one is passable.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Andre, what's your bag it? Thanks, Leon.
Hat NATO. I like that hat. I think it's dope. I feel like to me, between that and Catalina Bison, to me look like the most complete hats on this page. Like straight to production. You know what I mean? Like obviously I agree with Pierre. I think maybe changing the hat to white, just to kind of add a little bit different things to it. Other than that though, I think it's just a dope hat. It's a dope design. It just reminds me of John's designs a lot. Just like a staple, it's like a staple look.
Yeah.
It's like part 2 of his original Clink Room 2.0 hat. You pair them together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of work together.
I do. I love the hat. I
Yeah.
love the hat too.
Yeah.
It's
No,
just
but you know what? Your critiques are on point because I think that will add some contrast in it for sure. So
Yeah, for sure.
like it's always good to have a second pair of eyes. So that helps out a lot.
yeah. All right. Thanks, Andre. So John, which one's yours?
Man, there's I know we're doing crits, but man, there's a few of these on here that are, outside of just a color change here or there, can go like, I really like Catalina Bison and I really like Roma style. I think both those as is can go right in. You know what I mean? Jacobo always does a great job, and so does Aurelian. I like both those guys. I I like the Roma style just because it's like, man, it's that off-white and it's like a perfect hat for off-white, green, red, right?
Yeah.
It's like perfect for it. So I'm like you guys, I'm not 100% about food style hats, but man, you know, once COVID's over and we want to go get some pizza, that's a perfect hat to wear.
Yeah. No, it is. It's a good hat.
I agree.
I have to pick between those two because honestly, I would have two as well, but mine's Catalina Bison. I like everything about it. I know Leon's not fond of the colors. I actually do like the colors. I like the way it looks. I like how seamless that palm tree kind of works around the horizon that he has there. I don't know. I just really like that hat. I think that would be my bag. But let me ask you guys a question. What do you think about lamb chops?
The logo is dope, but the hat color is fucking it up for me. I was gonna say that too. I actually really like that logo. I just think the hat color is just not good. And I also really like Roma style. I think that is like a very on point, like hits the mark hat, you know?
That looks like it would be on the front of a cool pizza box, like a pizza box that was done right, you know?
Like a New York pizza box, yeah.
Yeah.
Lamb chops is good. I think there's a couple little things that could be fixed, like the foot. I think it's like looking forward, but it's the back leg.
Yeah.
So that's a little odd. And I know this was one of the ones, I know Josh, once he heard Clink Vision, lamb chops was one of the ones that didn't get used. So he went ahead and did this. So a couple little fixes, man, and this could be a dope hat.
Yeah, see, I think it's good.
Yeah.
I think the hat color obviously needs to change, but I think it's like I like it.
What do you think, Leon?
I just think the proportions might be off a little bit. Like the front hoof and the back hoof, they don't match. I feel
That's about it though on it, huh?
Yeah, something crazy about like a angry sheep
Lamb.
that's kind of throwing me off a little bit. But it's cool. I like that he did that. You know, it's fun.
But it's weird. That's what it should be, right? So weird stuff.
It's a typical clinker, right?
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
funny,
we just made a crazy lamb one too, so I'm not one to judge, but like, yeah, it's fun, you know.
It's interesting too because like we're sitting here trying to talk about proportions on like humanized bison and lambs. You know, it's like how do we know what they would even look like? But no, but listen, man, I think these designs, there's only like a few on here that are like no-goes for me, you know. I think the rest like really could all with some tweaking work, you know.
Yeah, the Kamazats, again, the black under. And it's too dark of a design. Like I like the pattern, I like the detail, but don't use black on black, right? And then you put a black under. So on that one, he could even use that yellow, right? That gold that he has as the under.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To make it but there's too much black in that logo.
I feel like the background takes away from the foreground. Like it kind of it just is not really adding anything.
It makes it a part of the background, right? It just doesn't feel right. Yeah. Well, this was good. And you know, I think one last message to all the clinkers out there and the creators, understand that even this feedback, even though sometimes it might be positioned in a way that's pretty rough, just because we you know, we're just talking here. It's not meant to be damaging. So understand this is all just in the interest of sharing what we think initially. And I couldn't do any of the things that are up there right now. So, and I know that. So like, you know, but I do think there's value in hearing what, you know, a consumer or someone that potentially would buy the hat or is looking at it with a different set of eyes, what they think. And that's kind of the purpose of this, right? It's to be helpful, and even though it may not feel like that, sometimes it may sting a little bit, but still, I mean, there's truth in every piece of feedback we receive.
Hey, you gave me good feedback, and I appreciate it, man.
Yeah. And I appreciate you, John, for kind of setting the example and the standard on how to accept feedback. So thank you for that. With that, this was good. Again, John, thank you for help navigating this with us. Andre, as always, thanks for kind of being on board with us with Clink Room, where you were not into Clink Room up until you started to join Views in the Vault, but now you're all in, man. I love it. Yeah, I love it. And Leon, thanks for your perspective and your keen eye. I appreciate that as well. With that, Leon, big fella, take us away.
Yeah, make sure you guys let us know in the comments which are your good, the bag, and the ugly. Let us know what you guys think. Rate, review, subscribe to the channel. Please check out our podcast, available on all major streaming platforms. Until next time, stay fitted. We out.
All right. See you, everybody.
Peace.